Hello, this is a flip through of the book, the adult coloring book, The Jungle Book, illustrated by Fabianna Attanasio. This is the original Italian version and is the, I should say, edition, and is the only edition available as of this video, February 2020. So we have a matte cover and back. It's a little bit glossy, but you could color it with alcohol markers. And then we have huge French flaps that open up. Well, they can be colored too. They extend the picture out like that, and they open up into a decorative thing. I'm pretty sure if you use alcohol, well, I'm not pretty sure because I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to suggest that this could be colored with alcohol markers and wouldn't bleed through to this side because it's coated. It's well, not coated, but you know, it's shiny, so it may not. Somebody's willing to take the chance to try that. So the publisher of the Italian edition is White Star Kids. And this is a mainstream published book, so it follows the regular book publishing format with a copyright page and a title page, which is all colorable. And then we go into a condensed and adapted version of the story, which in this case is in Italian. And we have colorable images as we go along through the short story. It would be interesting to actually read this, since The Jungle Book is a collection of short stories. So it makes me wonder how she adapted that. Now we get into the pictures, and the pictures follow the story. There's always a page like this in every one of her books, a blank silhouette with a background. Now Fabianna, at least in these fairy tale books, often does what has been commonly known as Zen doodle patterns. Here we have the silhouettes of a wolf with Zen doodle patterns inside of them. Not all of her pictures are like that, of course. Here's a scene, which is just traditionally drawn. She's a wonderful author. I should say illustrator. She's a wonderful illustrator who became quite famous with this set of fairy tale books. There are, as I remember, 9 books in the series, and I have all 9 of them. At this point, I haven't colored in my new Italian books, so you won't see any colored pages in here. But we have a variety of pages. There's no frames, so all pictures go straight off into Affinity. So we have double page spreads, and she uses the double page spread quite often in her books, so there will be a lot of those. And those depict a scene out of the story. And then she has static images like this. And look, there's a frame on that page. That's a decorative element. It's not something she usually uses on her pages. She has mandala type pages and pattern type pages. She uses the wreath format. Paper in these books is white and the ink is black, and as you've seen, she does do some solid black parts in some of her drawings. Well, I'd say that's an element of her drawing, even though it doesn't appear on everyone. Paper is nice. It's not thick or anything, but it's better than Amazon paper, and I'd say just a touch better than, say, Creative Haven paper, which most people are used to. So you're not going to be able to use alcohol markers since they're double-sided, and you're going to have to test out your water-based markers to see which ones work on this paper without bleed through. You'll find many do. I find the Tombos work pretty much on most paper as long as it's not too thin. And now we come to the end of our story and the back last page. Now, I have got to see if that's the same as the first wreath we have in here. So it doesn't happen often. It's before this. Okay. Yeah, the first and the last page are the same. That does not happen often. The back is exactly the same as the first. There is a full-size poster, and this is huge. I'm currently working on one in Pinocchio. And again, we have the colorable inside of the flaps. We have a French flap and the back cover. Once again, this is a flip through of the Italian edition of Fabianna Attanasio's The Jungle Book.